Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys, I'm going to read more from A Mother's Heartbreak, How Scientology Destroyed My Family. And this is a letter that she wrote to Mr. Sittick, Michael Sittick. And I'm going to cover the paragraph before the letter so you guys can understand who she's writing the letter to. On February 27th, 2013, I wrote an open letter to a Los Angeles crisis management specialist, Michael Sittick. Sittick was hired by Scientology to help with its public relations image. I wanted him to know the truth about Scientology and how they ripped apart my family. I was hoping the letter would move him emotionally so he could help me get my family back together. Here is my open letter that I sent him. Dear Mr. Sittick, my name is Lori Hodgson. I am a former Scientologist and a mother who is going through a heartbreaking disconnection with my two children, Jessica and Jeremy Leak. I am writing to you in hope that you can help me bring my children back home to me. I have heard that your company, Sittick and Company, may be assisting the Church of Scientology. If it is true, and you are working with Scientology, I would like to share my disconnection story with you. The Church of Scientology states that they do not have a disconnection policy. I am living proof that this is a lie. I am currently going through the biggest heartbreak of my life. I love my Jeremy, age 19, and my Jessica, age 22, immensely, and I cannot even talk to them. The Church of Scientology has turned my own children completely against me and has broken our family apart. I resigned from the Church of Scientology in August 2010. My main reason for leaving Scientology was because of what happened with my two children when they both turned 15. They were recruited at 15 years old behind my back to work for Scientology. I was strongly opposed to this as I wanted my children to finish high school and get a proper education. I fought this with Scientology and my parental rights were very much violated. I got broken down by the COS recruiters, and I was coerced into letting them join. Wouldn't you guys love the names of some of these recruiters? They like those kids, don't they? In fact, with Jeremy's recruiting cycle, by the way, they were recruiting for like a few years, nonstop, relentless. They wouldn't stop. Otherwise known as harassment, intimidation. In fact, with Jeremy's recruiting cycle, I was on pain pills recovering from a knee replacement surgery during my son's recruitment for the Sea Org. The Sea Org promised me that Jeremy would have his schooling, get his driver's license, and be able to come home to visit and talk to me whenever we wanted. Although all these promises were broken, they were lies. Then, when Jeremy wanted to leave the Sea Org, the COS made him sign a $3 million gag contract. Where have we heard that one before? Rinder. To never discuss what happened when he was in the Sea Org. Wonder what happened. Jeremy was only 16 years old when he had to sign this. He never even got a copy. What does Jeremy know that is worth a $3 million threat? If this was your son, wouldn't you be concerned? I did go public with the COS abuses committed on my children and myself. The COS has manipulated my children to disconnect from me and their grandparents. We can't talk to them. We don't even know their address or have a contact phone number. Jeremy was not allowed to call me or his grandpa, and he was made to change his cell number. My father is heartbroken about his disconnected grandchildren. We got to put more of the blame on the ex-husband. I mean, please, Mr. Sittick, can you help me get my children back? Scientology is not telling the truth about disconnection. They have their disconnection policy in full force. I am going through with this cruel disconnection currently. Below are some links to my disconnection nightmare. I hope you have the opportunity to read them. If you have any questions, my cell is blank and my email is blank. Okay, and then this is what she says after the letter. Unfortunately, I never heard back from Michael Sittick. Wouldn't we love to know his history? Wonder if he's got a record with children. Just wonder. I didn't say he did it. I'm just saying, as many as that's in Scientology, I wouldn't be surprised. At least I'd shown that I would continue to try and fight for my kids and that I was not afraid to communicate to anyone. I was a mama bear who would try to get through all obstacles for my kids, which led me to my next move, traveling to Texas to find them. Isn't it amazing how all this has just gone on? In all of these various government agencies, nobody's done anything. Maybe there were people that tried, but it's just, you gotta dig deep and think about it. So anyways, go ahead and buy her book if you want. You might find it at the library. I believe it was available on Kindle for very reasonable, and it's a very good book. And unfortunately, she went through this. I'm hoping that at this point she's reunited. She'd be like probably in her 60s or 70s now. So that's it, guys. Have a good night. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.